We will get started. We have the Gotham FC head coach here. Coach, congrats on the second win of the season. Looked a little bit like the first, with goals, a PK by Midge and then a goal by Lynn. Talk about the result and your overall thoughts on the game.
Well, obviously, I think it's a game where the team shows not only their football or our football, but also our winning mentality. I think the last 2 weeks have been tough. A lot of players going international, but the squad has gone a step up. You know, they worked really, really hard. I think you could see today how some players really, really stepped up today to that pitch and helped the team. I think we work obviously on stuff off the ball, stuff on the ball that was on display, and I think especially the winning mentality, you know, how it looks is difficult because, you know, as coaches, every team wants to have winning mentality, but I think the attitude till the end, the commitment to believe in the game plan, the commitment to believe in their ability, and obviously those details, like, you know, we got the VAR decision, the penalty, the goal, again, Mitch fantastic taking on that responsibility, and on top of that, you know, the team doesn't stays there, and I guess it's a very good team because Orlando and it's a very good team, and Seb is a very good coach. You could see how their team is growing as well compared to the last two games, how we end up being, you know, the winners and scoring that second goal as well, that showed the bite and that lack of we just relax. I think the team did a master class of how to play after going 1-0 up in the last few minutes of a game.
Excellent, Coach. We'll start taking questions online. The first question will be Jenna Tonelli, followed by Courtney Stitt, and then Steph Young. Jenna, we'll go to you first.
Yes. Hi, Coach. I have a question and a follow-up, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So first question is that VAR check took quite a long time. So, you know, as a coach, kind of what are you doing in that time? What are you thinking? What are you saying to your players? You know, kind of how do you manage that time, you know, when the game is stopped and there's so much anticipation about what's going to be a game-changing decision for the match?
Well, I think it's always preparing every scenario. No, we knew that Mitch was taking, so players were already preparing for her to take the pen. If you can see the images, McCall comes around, what happens when we score the goal, because they have that positive mentality. So we knew what we needed to do also after the goal. And as a coach, obviously you want that time to be shorter, but you want that time to be fair. You know, if it's long, and as it's been, it took long, and it is fine because it's to make the decision. If they then, you know, they added that time. It's still early days, I understand, for referees, and, you know, sometimes the cameras, I haven't seen all the VAR footage, but I understand it's a very important decision and they have to get it right. So we just need to prepare for the consequences of that decision. In that case, it was in our favor. So yeah, we prepare for scoring the goal.
And yeah, my follow-up question is, we saw Midge come off the bench in this game. Obviously not a place that we're used to seeing her, and she did mention that she was, you know, on managed minutes. Just wanted to check in on that. Is that because of the, you know, 3-game week?
Well, it's because she had a little worry on one of her legs, so we decided that we believe in this team, and obviously Mitch has been the one that has been playing. If now, as you can see today, she's been brilliant at training. She didn't go with Nigeria to finish her recovery, and she stepped up. I think in that right wing position, her work rate and on and off the ball, she's been brilliant. So obviously Mitch is just another player of the team. Obviously she's got certain abilities different to others, and when she's ready to play and she earns that position, then she plays. But if not, then I believe on the characters and the personalities and the players we have in here, and step by step we are growing.
All right, we'll take our next question. We'll go to Courtney Stitt. Courtney, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Courtney Stitt here. One thing I was curious about is we saw the game end in, I believe, 19 minutes of finished stoppage time, and so I guess how I'm curious how it's been, you know, managing minutes, that there is a 3-game week going up, but, you know, when you have VAR checks and things like that, obviously that's not something you can, like, I guess, kind of account for. So just how it is managing when there's a lot of stoppage time.
Well, it's something that we will sit down now. We're training tomorrow, so we will analyze everything and see where it goes. But obviously, also in those minutes, you are not playing. You know, like a lot of that time, it was time that it wasn't really active time. You're still on your legs, and your body then needs to recover again. But we've got a fantastic strength and conditioning coach, fantastic sports science with Adri, with Philip, in contact with our great medical team. So, we got all angles covered, and I'm sure we will have interesting chats to see how we manage that to protect the players, but for the team to be obviously competitive, because from this moment we are already thinking about that difficult game at home against Washington Spirit.
Sweet. And sorry, just a follow-up. I was just curious on how Mandy Freeman and Kristen Edmonds was doing. We did see them come out, and it seemed like they were cramping a little bit, but just curious to see how they're doing.
Yeah, well, I think they are okay. That's why we took them off. Obviously, it's not ideal that in every game we seem to have a little bit of a curse with that centre back position. But today we got back Ellie Jean. I think Ali Long is a player that also I think it should be highlighted. Her level of performance after being out for so long, it's been outstanding. She's commanding the team from that number 6 position. Then when she's needed, in here, and I think in the last game she stepped back and play centre back, no problem, whatever the team needs. And I think she's played every minute. And the level of performance of today, she was like, oh, Juan, I thought it was a bit scrappy, but I thought she was excellent. No? She was winning every duel. She was comfortable, confident, and composed on the ball. So, as coaches, we have everything prepared. Myself with the coaching team, we practice in a lot of different scenarios with the players. The players know those scenarios. So when Ellie Jean came on and Ali Long went in there, it's something that we've been practicing. So the players are ready for it, the same as Taylor as a right back or McCullough. Everything is prepared and planned. So when that happens, then the players feel extra confident, and that shows. Yeah.
All right. And then our last question will go to Steph Young. Steph, go ahead.
Thanks, Krista. Hi, Coach. Tonight, it felt like the team definitely had, more of the game, but a little trouble converting into good chances on goal, obviously until the end. Just wondering, Midge talked about how the team was really trying to utilize the space deep and wide. Wondering, if the discussion is, yes, the goals will come. It's very early, tonight. Don't worry, but you got a taste of, we will convert later on in the season.
Yeah, obviously I haven't seen the stats yet, but I think we got a lot of penetrations on wide areas. I think we have a very good moments where we were inside the opposition's box. I remember a very clear 1v1 from Lynn Williams on the first half that she's through on goal, that you score a goal, and that obviously helps the next goal. Then we also have an open goal, I think, now down the left, and Sinead is just having an open goal, and the players save it, and we still score 2 goals. So I don't think like last week, obviously you want to score every goal, but every chance, and we work on that. But I think today the team. I still, again, I need to see the stats, but definitely on dangerous attacks we were ahead, and also the character and personality to keep going, and until the end, I think it was really good. No, so yeah, and the final goal from Lynn Williams, outstanding.
All right. Speaking of which, actually, we'll unmute Jenna really quick. We have a fun stat about Lynn's goal that we can share with you, Jenna.
Thanks, Krista. So actually, there was 2 records tonight. So Midge's PK was the latest NWSL goal ever scored until Lynn scored her goal today, and now hers is the latest goal ever scored. So definitely definitely share that with them.
Okay, so I will tell them. I think Lynn already is on route to get a lot of records, and we will help her on that. And the same with Mitch. They both been brilliant. I think I'm very happy for them. The team is very happy for them. Obviously, they get the highlight or the headlines because of the goals, but their work on and off the ball, it's unbelievable. And the fact that they keep scoring and making the difference, it is brilliant, and we're very happy. So I will let them know that they beat, Mitch, and then Lynn took that record of her. I will let them know.
Yes, another record for both their caps. Thanks so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you very much, and thank you guys for covering the game. I hope you enjoyed, and see you Wednesday.